There was a period when I was growing up that I thought I was adopted.
Oh, what?
More lunch
Lunch
break. Welcome to another episode of Lunch Break. It's a special episode because we have our friend Justin Min on the show.
Hello,
Hey,
it's
Justin.
it's great to be back here with the Long Fu fam. Thank you for having me. And Jen, thank you for not returning my call. So
Oh, whoa!
We're starting it like that? All right.
we are.
You guys may recognize Justin from such crazy, amazing hits like
Yes, I was in three
Yeah.
things now, just for actually four,
Three.
if we want to include the
The
lunch
spread
break
one?
that I was in
Oh, yeah,
previously. So I was in a lunch break. I had to be an adult, dating after
Dating after
college,
college.
and then I made a cameo in the "You Stole My Login" short.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Wait,
right.
sorry.
That's right.
I forgot about that one.
what about things that aren't on Wong Fu's channel? What are you in?
I'm currently on a show called The Umbrella Academy. Our second season just premiered
Woo!
on July 31st.
Congratulations.
It's out now.
Congratulations.
Please go watch it. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey.
Oh,
oh wow.
the hair is so
He-
different.
He cosplayed.
My hair's too flat. I can't do the hair. One,
Of course,
my.
of course.
The leather one.
two,
Wow.
and then that's about it. You're very minimal.
It looks great, Wes. I think you also look really good without glasses.
No.
Do that.
I
Look more often.
So now that we're done with this, I can go back
Oh
to normal.
no! It was just, it was just
Wait,
for the
wait.
reveal.
Why'd you?
What a quick,
Alrighty.
what a quick trans.
But thanks, Justin, for being on the show. I gotta give a big shout out to also our +1 for this episode, Kevin Chen. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for suggesting Thai food. I'm eating pad ki mao.
Wow.
Nice.
So I'm watching Umbrella. I'm only 3 episodes in. I didn't finish it.
Slow.
Hey, I'm on
Dude,
three.
I'm on
three also.
I'm on 8.
You're on.
Yeah.
Thank you,
8
Jen. This is only
episodes.
true fan
No
in this
spoilers.
room right
It-
now.
So I'm assuming everyone's seen or at least knows what Umbrella Academy is about. I mean, it's an action adventure, but follows like a very dysfunctional family.
You know, and it's very relatable in that sense because I feel like a lot of people come from complicated families and also have a lot of sibling dynamics and stuff. I mean, just looking at the 4 of us, I know that I met Jen and Wes's siblings and parents, but Justin, you have a brother, right?
I do. I have an older brother. He's 6 years older than me. Wait, what are your sibling
Oh, wow.
situations? Wes, you have a brother, right?
Older brother by 4 years. Yep.
I'm the only oldest sibling here. I have a younger younger sister.
By how many years?
4 years.
And then I'm a middle child, older brother that's 4 years older, and a younger sister that's only 1 year younger. Okay, so 2 younger siblings, Jen oldest,
middle.
and 1 middle.
Taylor, you're such a middle sibling. I
You
didn't realize
guys-
that until right now, but you are.
You are.
No,
I don't know
everything
what that- I
makes
don't know what that
sense.
means. I don't know what
No,
that
everything
means.
makes sense now when I see like you guys, like the personalities. Like
What about Taylor screams middle child to you?
You know, so much of it is abstract.
what?
So much of it is intangible, but
a
I think
cop-out
for
answer.
me, no. I think for me, one of the things about middle children is that they're peacemakers because
Oh,
they're constantly having to deal with the fighting between older and younger siblings, and they're sort of caught in between. So they're very good at mediating arguments and fights.
that's pretty true.
It's very true,
Um,
Taylor.
You're definitely a mediator.
I don't know if like my sister and my brother fought that much. I definitely was the quieter one for a little while.
Do you feel like
Yeah.
each of your siblings are really different from each other?
I think, yeah, my sister and my brother are pretty different. I mean, at this point in our adult life, we're very cordial, but different personality types. For these two, Justin and Wes, as younger siblings, that's reflective too, right? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe like you're more like free spirited in a way, both of you. Like you're in creativity. I can't kind of same thing. I can't really explain it. It just makes sense.
Thank you. You laughed at me when I
Untangible.
said that before.
No,
and now she's saying the exact same thing, and you guys are nodding
I
your
didn't
heads.
make fun of you.
This is what we call hypocrisy.
I've never been described as free spirited, so I don't know what that means. I don't
No,
think
like-
that-
So basically, I think older siblings they often get the brunt of the strictness
Yes.
from their parents, right?
Heck yes.
It's their first shot at raising a child.
Mm-hmm.
They're more protective. They have more rules. You know, for the younger siblings, they kind of just don't care anymore. They're like, you do you.
Mm-hmm.
And because they feel like their first child has turned out okay.
It's like you had less boundaries growing up in a way. So like
Yeah.
you have more freedom to be kind of like whatever you want to be.
Like Jen, you're an older sibling and I'm
Yeah.
a younger, but I feel like you and I are similar. But is that maybe just because of the age gap? It like compensates for it.
It's funny because I feel like around you guys, I always feel like the younger sibling in a way. But around in my other worlds, I guess I'm always seen as like the older.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I had the pleasure of meeting Justin's brother. We were at a wedding, a friend's wedding, and I sat next to your brother for a whole like 3 hours and we chatted. He's the sweetest guy, your brother.
He really is. He's much sweeter than me, and he did tell me that you guys connected, but not as viscerally as we did when we first met. So
I mean,
whoa.
when I look at him, I see your face with glasses, but so many more sweet things come out of his mouth, you know.
Oh, whoa.
very different in that way. Yeah, he's always been known as the really kind, compassionate, forgiving sibling.
He lacks the sass. He lacks the sass that you're so proud of.
He
And
does
so
lack.
many people.
He does lack
Yeah.
a little bit of the sass and the sarcasm, but
Yeah,
but
which is
he
fun.
makes up for it.
And siblings should be different. I think that's, you know, I think that finding where there's overlap and finding where there's discrepancies is what makes having a sibling great.
What about you and your brother? I've never met your brother. He seems really nice, and he seems like he's quite gifted in like making.
Everything?
Yeah, well, yeah, everything.
Yeah, he's cool. He's great with his hands and his mind. A lot of imagination, a lot of engineering and handcraftiness, and a lot of stuff that Jen would be interested in. Most people are interested in. He likes bugs. He likes
Bugs.
You're so similar.
Yeah. I like that we like so many of the same things, and our sense of humor is similar too.
Was it true what Justin said about your family and your brother? Like, did he take a lot of like the brunt as the first child?
Oh, I was just gonna say, so you would consider you and your brother really close?
Yeah.
And then Justin, you too? You and your brother pretty close?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would consider him one of my closest friends.
Was that always the
You know,
case?
I think the 6-year age gap is really difficult, you know, when you're younger, because, you know, when you're younger, it seems like such a huge divide. In a lot of ways, growing up as a child, he almost felt like a second father at times because of that large age gap. But I think the transition really started to happen as soon as he went to college and I was still in high school. Number one, I think there was just this absence, right? Where you like, you know, absence makes the heart grow fonder and you sort of miss having your brother around. And then I think at that point, you know, we were starting to reach an age where the age difference didn't really make that much of a difference and that we could speak to each other as adults.
I think I can relate to that because me and my sister were 4 years. So then, like when I was in middle school, she was in elementary school, and then when I went to high school, and then I went to college. But I feel like we're getting to that stage slowly where the age gap doesn't matter because she just finished college. And I feel like she's finally kind of being more real with me and like kind of connecting with me more.
Hey guys, one of today's sponsors is Skillshare. It's an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Their creative classes will allow you to explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. Even I signed up and I was finally able to learn from our friend, Mimi Chow. In her Intro to Digital Painting class, Mimi breaks down her creative process by walking us through what programs and tools she uses. I use Photoshop constantly for thumbnails and graphics for videos, and by seeing how Mimi approaches her craft, I'm able to sharpen my own skills. Membership grants you unlimited access to thousands of classes that could fit your schedule and skill level. Membership costs $10 a month, which is pretty affordable, especially when you compare it to other in-person classes or workshops. So explore your creativity and get 2 free months of premium membership at Skillshare.com/lunch. That's 2 whole months of unlimited access to thousands of classes for free. So get started and join today by heading to Skillshare.com/lunch. Again, that's 2 free months of unlimited access to thousands of classes at Skillshare.com/lunch. All right, let's get back to the episode.
You know, we didn't get into huge fights, but I do remember this one time. For some reason, I was so mad that I took one of his model kits that he built and painted. It was really nice. And I threw it, and it broke.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, that just
And-
triggered me because I have a similar, the flip.
I don't know why what it was over, but it
Oh,
was
wow.
bad. Yeah, because
It was a cry
I
for
can-
attention. That's
You
what
know
it
what?
was.
My sister
Maybe.
ruined my Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows book, like briefly after I finished reading it, and like because she spilled water on it and she tried fixing it by like scrubbing it, the hardcover. So but like it was like good intent of her, like, you know, trying to
Oh,
fix it.
okay.
But then I was so upset. It's just-
Oh.
I still remember that to this day.
So she was like really sorry. Like she
Yeah,
wasn't
but-
like having a tantrum.
But
or-
that's
that-
not the same.
It was kind of that feeling. I know that it wasn't
Yeah.
malintent, but it was like, you're trying to ruin my life.
Similar kind of moment, more like Wes's. I mean, there was a period when I was growing up that I thought I was adopted.
Oh, what?
My justification was my brother's name's Garrett, my dad's name is Gary, and my sister's name is Morgan, and my mom's name is Marcia, and my name is Taylor. So like they were both G's and M's, and I was like this random T, right? And like I was like, why?
no.
How does that make sense? Make all the boys G's, or at least me and them. And then I had allergies, and no one else had allergies. So I was like, this is
Stop.
weird. It was a weird phase. I don't know. My mom loves telling this story.
What age was this?
He's like
I
16.
don't know. Well, this would be like extreme temper tantrum stuff, but like I would like cut myself out of photos, family photos.
Whoa.
Wow.
And I might
Oh
have
my
cut
gosh.
up like my brother's Indiana Jones hat once.
You
and,
cut it up? What?
Yeah.
Once? You mean the only time? Because you can't do anything with a cut up Indiana Jones.
Yeah, you didn't get
Younger
another one.
siblings are terrifying.
How did you reconcile the fact that you were
Yeah.
in fact the blood child of your parents?
You know,
Want
it
to
was
be
just
like
like
DNA test.
it wasn't like this mystery I had to solve. I think I just had to come to terms. It's like, yeah, that was a ridiculous thing to assume. Just 'cause-
Like children logic. That makes total
Children
sense.
logic,
Right? Children
yeah.
logic, you know?
Here's a question about siblings. I know all families are a little different and dynamics are different, but did you talk to your siblings openly about your love life?
No.
That was an immediate response from
No.
Jen.
No, never.
And yet, Jen, you can talk about it freely online. What does that say?
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Really effed up.
That's freaking true. But it's gotten better, right, Jen? Like, or
I mean,
no?
nothing's happening. What's there to talk about?
Oh, right.
So I was saying Taylor has the benefit of having a sibling of the opposite sex. So you can get like, you know,
that's
the
true.
advice and stuff. And also Justin, myself and Jen, we all missed each other in school because of our age gap.
You're right. I didn't talk to them about love life stuff. You just witness things because you're kind of in the same proximity. You know, it's like, oh, they brought home this friend, or they're taking this person to a dance. We don't explicitly even ask, like, is there something going on?
Why?
If it was official, or when it's official, they'll like say something.
Did you feel like you learned more from your older brother or younger sister about relationships and love?
I didn't talk to them about it, so not much from those camps.
Wait, sorry, random. Like, as a female, I feel like I actually trust guys who grew up with a sister a little more, like, in the dating sense. Because I feel like, I feel like they understand more things about females. Like,
I can agree with
things
that,
like, you know,
yeah.
just like, yeah, periods or whatever. Like, it's just like, well, I don't know about you, Taylor, but
Aware of it, I guess, or accustomed to it, but maybe
Yeah.
it's not to the full extent where like I was talking to my sister
Sure,
about specifically like the emotional stuff or like the heartbreak or anything that's going on in her life. Slightly protective when I do see some guy hanging around more, and it's like you ask a little bit of questions. Yeah, I kind of do regret not like trying to be closer and like
It's never too late.
talk more about it. Yeah.
Hold that thought. Our next sponsor is Water Cooler Trivia. It's a weekly trivia contest for work teams that is customizable, low stakes, and fun. We've been using it the past couple weeks, and it's been a great way to start our meetings with some friendly competition. Every Monday, we get a new quiz for the team to complete, and the scoreboard is released the next day. Because we've been mostly working from home lately, Water Cooler Trivia's integration with Slack has been super convenient. We can have our normal work discussions in one channel and a trivia showdown in another. You can customize the questions to your region, age group, and interest. And I've actually been learning some random things from the questions I got wrong. Did you know that Scooby-Doo's full name is Scoobert Doo? So, if you're ready to challenge your coworkers, head to watercoolertrivia.com/lunch and you'll get 4 weeks completely free, no credit card required. That's watercoolertrivia.com/lunch. Now, back to the show.
It's really interesting because I talked to my brother about almost everything except my love life. But that's not just because of the fact that he's my brother. I actually just don't talk about my love life to anyone. The one area of my life I think I'm the most private about.
Yeah, that's kind of true for me too, or especially growing up, right? It's almost like family was like the last person I would tell growing up
Right.
about any
true.
romance.
I think, yeah, when you are searching for those answers, it's kind of around teen years, and he was in college by the time I was in high school and stuff. He wasn't the most social. He went to a few dances, but I never really knew who the people were. It's not like anyone ever came over, so it was kind of shrouded in mystery to me also.
Shrouded in mystery.
Yeah, I would see who he went to dances with from like the photo after they got back, like months later. Yeah, same answers as you guys. But at the same time, I don't feel like I missed out either. Like
The dances were always like, ooh, a little glimpse into your world a little bit. Okay, this is your type, or are they friends? Are they not friends? Who knows?
You mean from those pictures that we would used to take at Imagex?
Yeah.
Those-
But, to bring it home, Wong Fu, like Jen mentioned, is very much like a family. Yeah, Jen is definitely treated often as like the younger sibling. What would our family sibling dynamic be with the four of us? I kind of think that like Justin and Wes would be kind of like hang out on their own and as like
Oh
the
yeah,
older ones.
definitely.
And like
What? I am very
Ooh,
inclusive.
I think-
I'm very inclusive. I don't form cliques.
that's what you would say
okay?
when we brought it up one day.
No.
and then like I get
Whoa.
look.
Whoa.
I get the hand-me-downs,
No.
Hand-me-downs like
You guys
this.
would be like 1 year apart from each other, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Borderline twins.
We would be Siamese twins attached at the thigh. Yeah.
Yes.
at the thigh. I always see Jen as the cooler younger sister that I don't want to admit like is in on all the trends, but I'd secretly try to like get my
Oh yeah, for sure.
info from her.
That's funny because you two already asked me about those things.
All they do?
Like she would totally come back from school and we'd be like, "Hey Jen," and she would like completely ignore us and then
Yeah,
go
yeah, yeah.
into her room and then
Wow.
shut the door, and then you would just hear like indie pop music coming from the thing and like
Muffled. Yeah.
We wouldn't see her again until dinner time when we have to set the table, and then it's like, Jen, come out.
Yeah.
we'd be like, "How was your day?" And she'd be like, "Fine." She would close the door and start crying because she loved us so much. Yeah,
Oh.
totally.
That's real. That's what most younger
And
sisters
Taylor would
think.
be the middle child again.
I'll be the quiet one.
Taylor would
Yeah.
totally be the comic relief of the family.
No, I can't.
Wait,
I feel like I would go to classes and like they'd be like, "Oh, you're Justin and Wes's younger brother."
Oh yes. It
Oh,
would definitely.
you're such good. You're a good student then. You must have a lot of. Hopefully, you're like them.
you would definitely be the sibling that like we would all go to confide
Yes.
in, you know?
Yes.
You have such a you
No
have such
way.
I think you have an approachability, you know, and an openness that would really play well because I would never go to Jen, I would never go to Wes.
Wow.
You know? I would speak to you.
I have
Speak to you
advice.
speak to you alone on your bed, on your pillow.
I would say that Taylor is the child that the parents are like, Taylor, go tell your brother and sister to do this. You know, like that you would be the messenger for all of us.
Oh,
It was fun diving into this topic about family and siblings and getting to know more about each other and how we see each other. Thanks, Justin, for being on another episode of Lunch Break. Congrats again.
Congrats, Justin.
Thank you guys. Please
Really enjoying it.
invite me back anytime. I always have time for the Wong Fu fan.
Oh,
Jen, you still haven't returned my phone calls. I gotta reiterate that again.
You're not. There's nothing there.
We also want to thank Kevin Chen, our +1 for today. If you guys want to be a plus one, check out our Patreon, Wong Fu Forward.
Yeah, check out our store as well, wongfustore.com. We have merch there. This is also a podcast. Thank you to our podcast listeners for tuning in. Lunch breaks are every Thursday. Go ahead and subscribe, comment below, and we'll see you next time.